match your age. Ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covers cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, this rap pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crypto. The chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister at it with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup, so if I swing my fist, you...
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we're keeping it all here in the AFC South, between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry now for the rookie out of Virginia Tech. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
That's got to be so frustrating for the running. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Complete left side to Thomas. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Tootin gets it from the gun, and he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Quick throw to the left is complete. Has room into the secondary. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Takes it just shy of that end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Breaks the tackle, still going. It's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. First down play, nets of 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway. There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Bigsby goes up and over for the touchdown. The Jaguars pull out in front further, 13-zip. On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. The turn starts from the goal line. He gets popped quickly there. It's not a nice feeling or a nice run back. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Shake off that previous INT. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you're going to be more interceptions.
On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Mixon on the toss. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning the run game.
Into the hands of Dell. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lower the deficit to a single possession. Tank Dell, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 14. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. This our last play of the quarter. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Lawrence working from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And off to Tootin. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Play made that time by Danico Autry.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second and 8. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete. We've got 3rd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Let's go.
Throwing his Lawrence on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. On the ground, Tootin. Jukes one defender. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. It is caught left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
23, 11.
And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 13-point lead. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. They throw it out quick to the left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Stroud throwing here on first. Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that out.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They go play action with Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
I'm sure, Kate, that the coaches would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. There's no additional damage done, however, this time. Fortunately, get the ball back, and everyone could breathe just a little bit easier.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. 30 into the red zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Tootin on 1st and 10. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he stops. Give him about 7 on the play and give his offense a 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Ron. Hey, here we go.
Tootin with it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars get more points to end a lopsided first half. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. One last play before the break. Now they send their back in motion right. Final throw before the break. Connection made to Dell. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars.
I appreciate you, brother. Good game.
In my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up. She asked me, do I? Right now I'm fresh as hell. Somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back to back. Gang, back to back to back. Trailing me, back to back to back. Back to 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 back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover cha-cha. Gon' show you cha-cha. Gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover cha-cha. Gon' show you cha-cha. They gon' heat me up. I've been trying to keep it cool. These little they tried to start them. Too late, my finger was already on. Call me Shovel Man. She like the way I pull up and I the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never. All that beating around the bush, homie said with your chest. Got a lot of dog on me. Know you probably smell it. Like my name, Jody, pull up in Yvette. Go and check the news, Brody heard somebody stress. In your feelings by the better get a grill. Tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip. I got right here for show up, make everybody dip. Went to visit Granny, she say, what's that poking out your hip? I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip. She begging me to take a sip. First she drove the boat, then she like a ship. First you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, no wrinkled clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' bro, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me. Get a glimpse when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. I'm passing out deep, I'm cold with the my little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Drippin' money, clear, splash, I'm covered in bells. But I'm clever, vendettas, raw, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I don't measure. Soon I met her, I leveled up, my bread up. I'm fed up, it's pressure, it's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuffed on. It may say Manjala. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know
spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers in front of this one a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say on that issue, I'm going 50-50, and then nigga got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Run it down, the sun is up, so run it down, get your money up, I put money down, on all of us, on my people now, on what I love, ooh baby it's dangerous, your problems are just not the same to us, we're dealing with things you ain't seen before, we're feeling the weight of our ancestors, we're healing with ways that don't last for long, no half of the time and it obvious, no help for the weak but the strong. Plenty here, boy, for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich to it that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the it'll load them, but I'm gonna the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we had in the ditch and the pain that see them ain't hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we give. Make sure everything come up full circle. We went from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running it with nothing to stop it, just beating the neighborhood, bruh. There ain't a person alive that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. They ain't to do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up, the sun is up, to run it down, get your money up. I put money down, on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up, yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to my sun it down. Work it for real, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Church. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come above. Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab up and get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I could point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no point doing that. Or they send the hounds, bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, cut to carry down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change the story. Find me at work in the morning. Find me where people are mourning, man. Cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, y'all. You don't understand, you a foreigner. But nobody needs an advantage now. We needed some balance and order. But you know that's never the case. Never a chance that they're changing their ways. It's never a choice that they're giving to you. There will never be justice to face. We sing for the sorrow and dance for the pain. No one to follow, it's just you and me. I swear that it's coming, we starting today. But we wake up tomorrow and things are the same. Damn.
Look, bro, looking at that like, what? You don't get the fuck on.